assemble.
Avengers Endgame gave a satisfying conclusion to the 22-movie-long journey that had most of us at hello in 2008's Iron Man. Yet, even after such an amazing emotional roller coaster of a closure, we still have a few burning questions we need answers to, like,
Why is Gamora?
Hi guys, welcome to Screen Moments, and we're looking at top 8 questions we have after seeing Avengers Endgame. Some of these include interesting details you may have missed, possible plot holes, and things that just make you go, what the heck just happened? Now, before we get started, I just want you to comment with the biggest question you have after watching Avengers Endgame.
Did you do it?
Okay, let's dive in. 8. What shocking secret did Tony Stark uncover when he met his dad? As Tony acquires the tesseract at Camp Lehigh in 1970, he runs into his father Howard and they even have a bit of a conversation, but heartwarming as it was to see Tony get closure with his dad, there's one part of it that kinda left us a little confused. It's Tony's reaction when Howard says his wife is expecting. He appears totally shocked, then goes on to ask how far along the man's wife is.
My wife's expecting, and too much time at the office. Congratulations.
Now, why would Tony be so shocked when he knows this is around 7 weeks before his date of birth, May 29, 1970? Notice how he gets even more confused when Howard says, I guess I'll be eating dinner in the pantry again. Could it be that some details Tony knew about his birth did not match up with what he just heard and he had in fact been adopted just like in the comics? 7. Just minutes into the movie, the surviving Avengers with the help of Captain Marvel carry out a sneak attack on Thanos to try and get the stones and undo the snap. Unfortunately, they are 2 days late and the stones have already been blown to hell. Fast forward to the time heist, what was hard about these guys going to one of the days before Thanos destroyed the stones? He was alone, they knew exactly where he was, and they even had a bit of a rehearsal already. Only that this time they also get the stones. I bet Rhodey would have gone for this if he was in charge. At least that prevents a few terrible unforeseen things like releasing the evil 2012 Loki and losing Natasha and Tony. And talking about Natasha, there seems to be a disturbing secret about her death, but we'll get to that later in this video. 6. Just how powerful is Valkyrie?
About that.
Thor, do people need a king?
No, they already have one.
Thor and Valkyrie seem to closely mirror each other in many ways, including grieving and dealing with depression, as seen from Endgame and Thor Ragnarok. And while Thor is a force to reckon with, it looks like Valkyrie could possibly be a match or even stronger. Why? For one thing, if Thor could leave Valkyrie as the ruler of Asgard, that just says a lot, and it means she can also wield Stormbreaker and summon the Bifrost. As Ichi said, Stormbreaker is a
king's weapon, meant to be the greatest in Asgard. In theory, it could even summon the Bifrost.
But there is more. We learned in Thor Ragnarok that Valkyrie's team of warriors, the Valkyrie, died fighting Hela, and she was the only survivor, and it was hella traumatic. So she chose to spend the rest of her life on Sakaar, depressed and drinking her life away. Much like a certain god of thunder we know after the events of Infinity War.
I was thinking that you drink too much and it probably was going to kill you.
I don't plan to stop drinking.
Now here's what's interesting. If Thor knew nothing about Hela, then Valkyrie's tragic experience must have happened when the 1500-year-old god of thunder was very young, or even before he was born. So we can assume Valkyrie stayed in her depressed state for like 1500 years, give or take. And why is this important? Well, in 5 years of being depressed, Thor goes from this to this. And here's Valkyrie after at least 1500 years of depression and overdrinking. Is this a hint to just how formidable Valkyrie is? Could she be more powerful than Thor?
That's funny.
5. What's the mystery behind Cap's new shield? We were all crushed to see our beloved physics law-breaking shield get ruthlessly destroyed by the Mad Titan. But surprisingly, Steve later shows up with a new shield, and upon a closer look, it's easy to see that this shield is actually different from the one we've always known. Could it be a nano shield designed by Tony? Or could the black lines in the center and the white ring mean the shield has been reinforced with a stronger metal? I mean, the last one was made of the strongest metal on Earth, but now we're also dealing with forces from the other side of town, so an upgrade is really a no-brainer at this point. And while this is just a theory, there's actually a point in the comics when the shield got modified by Asgardian blacksmiths who added Uru metal to make it stronger. Now, if this is the case, and with what we know about weapon upgrades in the MCU, I'm willing to bet this new shield makes the new Captain America an even much more formidable force than we realize. Think Tony plus nanotech, Thanos bleeds. Thor plus Stormbreaker, Thanos loses his arm and head. Falcon plus Captain America's Shield 3.0, well, let's wait and see what that can do. 4. Where did Valkyrie get a Pegasus? We were all excited to see Valkyrie being a total baddie on a Pegasus in the final battle of Endgame, but that didn't stop some of us from wondering where the heck she got the winged horse. Last time we saw those things was when they got killed together with the warriors that rode them in Valkyrie's painful flashback in Ragnarok, and she didn't have it when the Asgardians left for Earth. Granted, there could be more of these creatures in some place within the Nine Realms, but the mystery is in how this one just showed up on Earth when needed. This just goes to show that Master Wong did a remarkable job as Director of Transport and Logistics, and even he knows it. Thank you, Wong. 3. It's almost like the movie contradicts itself when changing the past to change the future, or even more so on the issue of opening up alternate realities. Steve takes back the stones but decides to stay and grow old with Peggy, which prevents her from getting married to the other guy we heard about in Winter Soldier. And if these guys had kids, we have a number of potential super soldiers by the time Cap is supposed to be found in the ice, which could be a good or bad thing, and there are endless crazy possibilities in that new timeline. Now, doesn't this mean Cap is messing with the past and creating alternate realities which these guys were taught to Cap by all means? Anyway, it's good he finally got his dance and some of that life that Tony, or is it Natasha, was telling him to get. 2. If the Soul Stone was returned, shouldn't we get Black Widow back? We know that to get the Soul Stone, Red Skull said you must lose that which you love, there's an everlasting exchange, a soul for a soul and whatnot. So isn't it only fair that if the stone is returned, then we should also get back the person that was sacrificed? A soul for a soul, right? Or if the transaction is irreversible, then the red floating guy should give us back our stone and maybe we can put it in Vision's head or something. Warning. If you found Black Widow's death upsetting, you'll find what we're about to discuss even more upsetting, so...
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
1. Did someone knowingly send Black Widow to be sacrificed? If we look at how these guys picked who went where for which stone, it only makes sense that they had to look at their experience or ability to handle whatever they could possibly find. And this seems to be the case for all the destinations except for Vormir. This place is described as a
dominion of death, at the very center of celestial existence.
Clearly, no one here is really qualified, but if you should send someone, at least they should be experienced in interplanetary missions like Nebula and Rocket, or be able to handle a wide range of surprises like Hulk or Iron Man. But of all options, why send Clint and Natasha to such a place? Have they been there before? No. Do they know what to expect? No. Or maybe they have a high chance of handling unexpected alien enemies? No. It only adds up if whoever convinced the team to send them knew exactly what they would find and was sure they were the best fit for it. I can make another video to explain more, but to close this case, notice what Nebula says as they part ways on Morag.
Coordinates for Vormir are laid in. All they have to do is not fall out.
Most of us overlooked that statement and didn't realize she's actually referring to the fact that they've been sent because of how much they love each other, which is key for the sacrifice that will have to be made, and if something were to come between them, it wouldn't work. So as disturbing as it may sound, did someone send Natasha and Clint to Vormir knowing full well that one of them would not return? I don't even want to think about it. Rest in peace, Black Widow. Okay, for staying with me this far, here's a bonus. As Thanos tries to kill Thor with Stormbreaker, he's hit with Mjolnir in a spectacular chills down your spine moment while we get to learn that Cap is actually worthy. The thing is, we were all too excited to notice that Thanos now gets up with his sword when it's Stormbreaker he was initially trying to stick in Thor's chest. Here we have Stormbreaker, but as he gets up, he's already having his sword. which was not supposed to be the case. So what exactly happened here? Well, clearly this scene was just as thrilling to make as it was to watch, and someone got carried away and...
That was a mistake.
That's it guys, thanks for watching. If you have your own theories about these questions, do drop a comment and let me know what you think. Lastly, be sure to subscribe and look out for new videos. I'll see you soon.